In the dawn of man, there was nothing but prehistoric creatures that roamed and were feared by all that inhabited the earth. Okay, so imagine that, though, but in, like, cards. Coins, metals. Sorry, we're talking about fossil fighters today. If you grew up in the 2000s, or even 2010s, you might have seen a small glimpse of a game, franchise with, in my humble opinion, some of the catchiest and greatest commercials of all time. So recently, less recently than this video posts out, I decided, what the heck, why don't I just play the game and show everyone in my chat how good the game was? Spoiler alert! See, why do you need to study up nerd when I can just do this? Okay, agree.
Crowd control D's nuts.
Gotcha, Metal Dealer Joe, or should I say Metal Stealer Joe? I think I made them concerned for me. So, Editor Serene here, and I have very bad news. When I was looking through all the videos and everything, I realized I lost the videos for the first few streams of Fossil Fighters. They are officially lost media. This was before I started streaming directly just to YouTube, and Twitch just did not save everything past 2 weeks, so anything that has been described here just will be put through PNGs. Again, sorry for the inconvenience. Back to the video. Starting the game up, I pick the only fashion choice that's correct. Nothing to apologize for, because I am right. I go through all the tutorials, and, geez. Does this game kind of take a little time to get started? But through the way, we meet a bunch of colorful characters. Like this one, this one, which, his name is Holt. But basically, you can summarize him as every Pokemon rival nowadays. He's very friendly, kind of a little bit of rivalries between you two, but he quickly becomes irrelevant really fast. The tutorial, you get to go to a fun little grass section where you can actually start digging your second fossil. Sorry, I forgot about the other grassy plain that they handhold you to. Not really important. But when you get there, you actually go and see this totally actually trustworthy guy who just wants in your entire metals and ability to protect yourself, just for the honor of digging up amazing fossils. And it is here where we meet, honestly, 0 out of 10 character. And if you argue with me about that, then you haven't talked to her for 10 minutes. If you want to hear the condensed version, long story short, her character makes you do everything, whines if you don't do it fast enough, and brags about her grandpa that owns the entire island or something. Yes, the entire island! Yes, I'm justified in my hatred of Rosie, and no, I will not take criticism. So after we're dragged along by her, we snitch with her and we confront the metal stealer. And after, they take off their disguise, and after a very laughably easy battle, we go off to, pause. Before we start, I want to tell you something before someone corrects me in the comments about leaving these out. This game kind of starts getting a little repetitive between chapters, since you always come back to a non-skippable firework cutscene and need to take the Fossil Fighters test to level up. It consists of a fossil cleaning test and a fossil battle test. The only thing you need to take from this is that I'm very admitted cleaning.
Ignore what?
Nah, just ignore that.
No, seriously, ignore what? I have no idea.
Yeah, see, keep that attitude, Ash. And I am the greatest fossil fighter to ever live, and no one can ever take that away from me. Now let's get back to the same plot. In the next chapter, the adventure involves us going to Knotwood Forest to find some new fossils. We explore a little bit until we meet Rosie, who is upset because she can't go off limits in the forest, and doesn't really care about why the reason would be. Then she drags us away to cry to her grandpa, and that's, and when that doesn't work, we make Dr. Diggins relapse to get access to the rest of the forest. That's actually what happens. We were informed then that there was an incident in the near pyramid. And then next, this incident happens where Rosie is unable to join us in the journey to help the fighter that was originally sent there to help. Inside the pyramid, we are introduced to the BB Bandits, or basically Dinosaur Team Rocket. I love them a lot, but there really are no match for me and my fighting skills. Dog Meowth and We Happy Few James just go down much without a fight. Unlucky for me, I'm not immune to magic tricks, and I am tossed in the basement, where I'm awoken by where in the world is Carmen Montana. Turns out we both fell for that trick, and if we waited for this hero to defeat all the bad guys, damn, would we have waited forever. And well, after 2 puzzles, one of which totally didn't take me 3 hours as a child to figure out, we escape. Before you ask me, Serene, you said this was like Team Rocket. Where's Jessie? Well, this is Vivian. She's the leader, and before it looks like someone else will be able to advance the plot than me, the dog just takes out the other fossil fighter. The other fossil fighter's medals, and, so I guess it's up to me to fend him off. The fight was pretty easy. Snivels is actually the hardest person I do have to fight, because they have the elemental advantage. Frick you, Kartar. In this world, this circle controls typing. Water is strong against fire, fire is strong against earth, and earth is strong against grass. I know it says air, but when I was a kid, it was grass. What makes more sense? A sandstorm is bad for the air, or sand killing plants? Neutral is just chilling there in the corner, being immune to super effective damage. Frickin' lucky. For our troubles, we get a discount anime figure, and Rosie back. I mean, yay! New chapter, new fossils. Here we're at the Rivet Ravine, where we try our best not to accidentally fall and later we meet McJunker. We need to help him get his tools back, and after finding them, we get something from his apprentice, Holt. I told you he'd become irrelevant pretty fast. We don't even see him again, unless it's like anything McJunker related. After demolishing him in a battle, we go back and get access to McJunker's secret fossil room, where we meet the gang again. I'll spare the suspense. It wasn't even a challenge. We then find what they were looking for. Another discount anime figurine. If I wasn't a hoarder, I'd sell these for $1 each, but too bad for you, they're mine, and I love them. In this chapter, we are given a, diving mask. Because it turns out there's fossils underwater too. Who knew? It's a pretty neat concept. I'm also afraid of the deep bodies of water, but this cartoony game never really affected me too much. If it was first person, I never would have finished this game as a kid. Anyways, we're off to ride a boat to an underwater place. Welcome to Thalassophobia Rage Bay. I mean Bottoms Up Bay. Do you like water levels? Do you like having the speed of a snail while being chased by a torpedo? Do you like trial and error that stops progression? Do you like Rosie? Too bad we had to play this level. That's how fast we get smacked with being forced to go to Rosie while dodging these joker fish called denture sharks. As a kid, this took me hours. Again, yeah. As an adult, it's still a few tries. What's our reward? Rosie forcing us to go be our bodyguard because she heard there's a secret treasure. Another search later, we find a pirate ship with breathable air inside. Who knew? It makes as much sense as Rosie having fans. After looting the entire cabin, we find Captain Woollybeard. He misplaced his beard bow, but before we can start finding it, the door gets folded shut. And now we have to escape. Wait, who's that? Oh yeah, right. I forgot. This is how she was introduced. This is Duna. And she gets she just kind of randomly appears in the study room. She also is the best female character in this game. I mean, it's hard to believe. Yes, she's even better than Beth. Duna casually leaves by breaking a hole in the door. Now that we're free, we find out the only person that might be able to help us is Knick-Knack. You guys aren't ready for who this person is. I promise you, not even the people who were with me in stream did. Like, we're...
Oh my gosh.
Good afternoon, Mademoiselle Rosie, Monsieur
I no longer feel
Serene.
comfortable voicing this character.
He's an eccentric collector that lives next to us by the hotel. By the way, the only housing on this island is the hotel, so, I mean, the fact that, you know, if he wasn't my neighbor, that'd be more surprising. He's willing to help us, but, only if we, help him find a few things for his collection. One, a molten bug shell that forces us to hip shake. A, sandal fossil that, we have to fight for. And Thalassophobia 2.0. Have fun doing this puzzle again! At this point, we find out that Knickknack is an impatient diva because he sent 2 teams to get this stuff, just in case one was faster than the other. After getting the ribbon, we head down to Woolly Beard and find out that the BB Bandits gave him a Temu version of the bow, which Woolly Beard casually tells him, you know, is wrong. The BB Bandits don't take criticism very well, so they run off, and they start crying. After we calmly have a chat with him, we are able to give him the real bow when he calms down.
I feel bonita.
Another mission, another anime figurine, and you know, also Rosie loses her level of battle, who cares? I mean, who thought she'd pass? Chapter 5. In this chapter, we have the worst news. The police chief Bulwart tells us Rosie is kidnapped. The only way to get her back is to give the kidnappers your anime figurine collection. No, you can't refuse. We need to head to the place to trade her with her, but instead we kind of hijack the boat and head to the BB Bandits headquarters, as you do. We fight our way all up to the boss, and casually, I might add. We are then confronted by the boss, and I want you to try and guess who it turns out to be. If you guess, then, you know, you're probably the greatest genius entirely in this world, cause it's Bulwart. After the battle, he's arrested, and we have to rush back to the next level up test. It is after that Rosie approaches us to kindly ask us to talk with her in the park later. Rosie, under the stars, looks at us and talks about our adventures together. She says, we're their best friend, and wonders if we hate her after all the trouble that she's put us through because of, her actions. We say yes without hesitation and go back to the hotel, just to take some sleep. I mean, seriously, why'd you bring us down here for that? The next morning, we are confronted by 2 fanboys telling us that we'll never beat their scaly falsifier Stan. I approach the topic with the utmost respect. Did this man just walk in on here? Oh yeah, the fan looks like Adam Sandler. Yeah, 100% looks like Adam Sandler. You think Adam Sandler goes, Adam Sandler noises when he sees Starhead. Then he shows up and tries to mad dog me. While I look at him thinking about how to avoid coming back once I get off this island. We are then sent to get the last anime figure by Dr. Dickens. Before we go, Beth says that the BB Bandits escaped the only jail this island has. There's no time to focus on that. Maybe this figurine could be Rice Shower. You ever think about that? At some point, Mr. Boulder stops us from going further, but guess who's here to help us? But then she immediately betrays us.
You what?
And it turns out she's a dinosaur alien called a Dinorian. And we have to fight her. I mean, it was pretty easy, but before we can get more of an explanation, she almost dies and we have to help her. And then she lets us go to even our debt, you know? Very nice of her. And then Rosie finds out we left without her, and like a younger sibling says we need to go back just because we need to get her grandpa involved. And I want you to remember that we're the protagonist because when we get back, the whole island has been taken over by the BB Bandits. Like, it seemed like there was no resistance at all. Where was that master fighter dude? We then need to confront the boss. And both Bulwart and the game conspire to cheat. The former police chief uses invincibility hacks called the Frigisaur, and hacks are the only thing that can stop me from a flawless victory. We are then put into jail with Rosie. To stop my wrath, we are then broken up by Rex. As it turns out, the boss of the evil organization doesn't usually treat the team fairly. We find out from the chief that there was a fire that can melt ice. So now the gang is going to help us get Igneosaur, which is basically just hacks in the shape of fire. A fun fact, also shaped like a T-Rex. But I'm okay with fighting cheats with the cheats. Me and Rex go out and plan to hack the Earth and remove the lava from the active volcano, just to find this fossil. I am desperate. Don't question why Rex is talking to us and why he's British. He just does that sometimes. Before we can get the fossil back to the lab, Bulwark uses console commands and makes it so we can't dig up the fossil at all, just to rub it in. To pay us back, again, Duna comes in and contributes more than anything Rosie has ever done and fixes the console commands with an alien mod. Now we can fight Bulworth and knock him into Teetersdale. And the mods finally wake up and take away all the ancient dinosaurs, and Bulworth is arrested again. Typical, right? Very typical. We then get some exposition that Duna is working with a mysterious guy. After beating the fraud, Sorehead, we get a note from Duna asking us to go to the park. There, Duna explains she's actually a dinosaur, well, the Dinorian. And her people hate humans and think we're stinky and stupid. Okay. And that we just all around suck. But Duna changes her mind after we saved her. We tell her, even though she hates me, that we'd save her again in a heartbeat, because I'm a good person. The next day, we are approached by Rosie, who says they found a secret advanced technology inside the anime figurines. For free? In this economy? Score! We just need to go and tell her grandpa or something, I don't know. We just go into her basement, but not before seeing the rest of Rosie's family walking around. Seems like Rosie doesn't like them much, though. These guys are confirmed just to be her bodyguards when one of them turns into a rat right in front of us. We then run down to see two dinosaurs trying to steal humanity's hard work. I mean, like always!
Hey!
Turns out they couldn't stand to get their hands dirty, so they hired the BB Bandits to get the idols. And we're planning to use the idols to destroy the world. I don't know why the BB Bandits agreed to that. Raptin, the second in command, can't stand Rosie's vibes and changes her into a rat too. With her newfound rabies, she bites Raptin and gets knocked out for her troubles. Duna then stops him from doing the same to us. But we're the protagonists, so he just knocks us out. He then teleports away with Duna. We wake up to Richmond, Rosie's grandpa, and Dr. Diggins, and it's time for some exposition! Turns out the rat is the ancestor that humans come from, and also Rosie did something useful by knocking off a teleporting necklace from Raptin, when she did bite him. And then it teleports me and Dr. Diggins to the Dinorian's ship. Now we're stuck on a ship with dinosaur aliens that want to destroy us. Let's go see how good this goes. We tricked the first guard by saying we're aliens in disguise, and he goes,
That makes sense to me.
We then teleport back, and we kind of do want to go back, but like looking a little more inconspicuous. I mean, who can we ask to look like lizards without trying too hard? Sorehead. We have the Sorehead, by the way. We need to fight him to get our mask. 5 battles in a row, by the way. We actually need 2, so he gives us 2 from top of his head. How, you may ask? Does he have deep pockets? No, he's wearing 30 masks at a time to prevent his face showing. This man must wheeze with every damn breath. We then make it back to the ship where Dr. Diggins nerds out on the alien computers and somehow translates all the alien language into English. In the span of like 5 minutes. I recommend playing this game for the whole story, but for a short summary, the Dinorians lost their old home planet. So they plan to create a new perfect planet replica, you know? How do they do this? Basically dinosaur seeds, where they plant them to grow new Dinorians. The idols were there, just... the idols, you know, which I've been calling anime figures the entire video, they were used to correct any issues that might have happened in the process, and, you know, fix any mistakes or deviations from dinosaur. We finally sneak into the main room where all the anime figures are, and, we eavesdrop on a conversation. King Dino comes out monologuing about how he wants to use the idols to destroy every single person. And Duna has second thoughts. You know, since I'm people. The king then tries to force her to do it, but then we jump out to stop him. It's an easy battle. Seriously, these things have the accuracy of a wet paper bag. Daniel cheats and tries to activate the device. We're busy. Diggins, with his quick thinking, pulls an idol out from the platform. But then this happens. Duna teleports away before Daniel can attack us directly too. Duna explains the situation to everyone here and explains stone sleep too, which basically is what Fry did to himself in Futurama but with rocks. Well, while they were in stone sleep, they woke up to find out that someone stole their computers, all of them, and that humans were the dominant life form on Earth. They then bribed the BB bandits after finding out the Annie figures were on Vivisor Island. Duna agrees to betray her people and save the planet, and since she's being so nice, she also tells us that Rosie's condition is temporary. Mr. Richmond sends us to go check on Rosie because he can't stand to do it himself. My guess is he doesn't want to move from the position, or Rosie bit him too. She's back to normal, and we decide to drop everything on her at once before she can even say a word. We go back with her, and Duna activates a sonar to find the pieces of the missing idol. It seems we're gonna need glue because gravity and Earth wanted to break it so bad. Rosie changed back, so she can't come with us anymore. Oh no. So anyway, me and Duna explore around checking for all the pieces, and we finally make it back to the lab after missing just one more piece, and ask if there's any part of the island that people don't know about. Richmond ponders, thinks for a second, and says no, not anything like that comes to mind. Anyway, here's the location of a secret island that can hold a crashed spaceship of unknown origin. He and Dr. Diggins used to use that ship to create the fossil reviving technology. Duna wants to come along just in case it's a Dinorian ship that took a wrong turn. So me and Duna explore the ship, finding it to actually be an old Dinorian ship. We don't know how it crashed, and that's what we're gonna tell the space cops. Also, I lied. Ganesh is actually the reason the ship went down, and is actually also the reason why Duna's home planet was destroyed. Ganesh can be described by a couple of words. It's a mindless, invincible creature that roams around the universe searching for planets to consume. Not like Galactus, though. Less thinking. Now, think of the spookiest way a creature like that could do that. Now keep it in your mind until, a later time. In the last room, we find a humanoid fossil with the last idol. But then Rapton steps out to remind us that he exists before trying to stop us. It doesn't go well for him. That we go back to the fossil center with the stone body. We clean the body and finally save Dr. Diggins and cancel the funeral arrangements. After he explains how he put himself in stone sleep and survived, we take the last fragment and head to the basement to the Richmond building. We then show Mr. Richmond, who is overly excited about the anime figure, before Mr. Richmond comes in to see what's all the commotion about. Yeah, this game might be weird sometimes. But don't worry, it's not a clone. It's a vengeful king of the dinosaurs that wants to destroy us. That's better. And because no one has any survival skills, everyone but me is hit with a paralyzing ray, so it's up to us to chase the king down to the main room of the ship. Daniel is just about to finish up his RGB PC setup when we catch up to him and we battle. I want to be honest, this battle is actually more of a challenge than normal. But I'm still built different, so we beat him. This, by the rules of anime, means Daniel sees us as a close friend and equal now, giving up his evil plan immediately. Rapton comes in feeling like he hasn't had enough screen time and ruins everything by completing the plan. It is then revealed that the dinosaurs suck at farming because the seeds the aliens planted all died out and humans weren't a failure at all. This means that there wasn't really anything to fix. The main big computer didn't want to acknowledge the failure, so before it could destroy the Earth, the smaller idols scattered themselves and shut down the computer. Now, being that the statues are limited on what they can do off-script, the only obvious choice is to send out a signal to Ganesh to destroy the Earth. Since everyone's together and there's no other way to fix the issue. The whole group is now planning what to do with Rapton if we make it out of here alive. We go back to the headquarters, and we think about what we can even do. And boy, does it feel like the museum's getting another exhibit soon, with Rapton in the corner. Daniel wants to escape with as many humans as they can carry. Mr. Richmond explains that didn't work before, and there's... Man. Really? There's that many people? Yeah, some might be left behind. We should try and destroy Ganesh. But just as Rosie starts to say something rational, Dr. Diggins takes control of the situation and explains that if we teleport inside the beast and destroy its 3 brains... Casually learned how to do that before he went to stone sleep. So it's up to us to fossil fight the brains, but it turns out we can bring one more person with us to help. Duna and Rosie both volunteer. So me and Duna leave to defeat Ganache, and this is where we see what Ganache really looks like. I want to remind you, this is an obscure DS title because when you see him, you might be in shock. This thing goes around with the sole purpose of destruction. I mean, if he just eats planets, it makes sense. The brains see us, though. How, you may ask? Well, just look at them. Honestly, this is the best fight in the game. I love experiencing it every time I replay this game. Just look at those designs. Stealing polygons since 2009. After the fight, Ganache starts to blow up and shut down. Kinda dramatic. I know plenty of people who function without their brain. It seems like his vibes are so rancid, they break the teleporter Duna brought along, and it's up to the backup plan to get us home safe. But, we put ourselves in stone sleep, and hope, float towards the earth. We wake up in the fossil center and find out that we survived it, but they weren't able to revive Duna. No! It should have been Rosie! Damn it! We don't mourn long as the Dig-a-Dig chief comes by and helps us save her before Dynal can take her to space. Later, Duna tells us she respects us and appreciates our actions have helped create peace between humans and Denarians, and that she'll always be our #1 fan, no matter how far she is. Fine. I'll tell you what happens if you pick Rosie. It's about the same, but she panics the entire time, and when we come to, they had no problem reviving her. But she has lost her memory. And instead of letting her forget me, we need to go and fix her. Cut to the Dig-a-Dig chief casually walking into her room and helping us the same way that they did with Duna. Later, she tells us she'll stick with us since the challenges will only get harder in the future. We sit back and watch the credits roll as we see what's become of the characters in the game. It's standard, but there's 3 scenes that stand out to me. One being Bulwart is being force-fed nothing but carrot sandwiches, and is slowly being broken with his torture. Mick Junker really likes his minecarts and is passing his knowledge down to Holt, who is slowly regretting every choice he's made in his life to bring him here. And lastly, if you picked Duna, you see a scene of Rosie getting stopped before she can visit us, and getting affected by both curses that she suffered through the game. Looking out at the credits, I thought, well, the game was pretty short. It didn't really take that long. I mean, why don't I just 100% it at this point? And I did. I fought many characters and Rosie. It was fun experiencing these many side quests. If you guys want to experience them all, I would recommend looking it up or playing the game. The main thing, though, was getting every Vivisaur to the highest level of 12. And, I mean, it sounds easy, right? Look at my ending time! Every game has an EXP tricks you can use when you want to level up quickly. Do you want to know what the EXP trick for Fossil Fighters is? Get Frigisaur. And 4 Vivisaurs you want to level up. And then fight Ganache through Mr. Richmond's memory. That's it. Fight him over and over, no fast forwarding, no shortcuts, and you only get 15 points per battle. The other fights take way too long. Dynal's fight is really, really hard to speedrun, and you only get 5 more points. And the time-traveling Ganache fight makes you watch the credits every time, and no, you can't skip it. All in all, I did finish my goal. My child self will be both proud and concerned by my choices. It's a very fun game, and I may or may not have played 14 times as a kid, but 15 times now. I highly recommend it. It shaped a lot about me and my gaming choices and my gaming journey since my mom got it for me all those years ago. It has some issues, sure, but I believe everything in it has its charms, and except for the grinding. Yes, even Rosie. I know it's exaggerated, but I really hated Rosie as a kid, and that never really went away. It's probably because she reminds me of like a younger sibling, and I mean that's literally all I can think of. I never played any of the other games in the series, but I mean I'll leave it up to chat if they want to see that alongside my wiki.